What we're going to do today is we're preparing this truck for an inspection. So after you imported your truck into Canada, you need to have it inspected by a certified repair shop or inspection facility. And if this is all good to go, then you can basically go to your insurance broker and insure your truck. And that's what I'm going to do. So in preparation of that, we need to do a few things. First of all, we have some sort of a checklist where we have to go through. So I cleaned out the truck yesterday from all the parts which we shipped with the truck, and just the key fell in here. Oh, here it is. So what I want to say is basically there is a few things you need to do in preparation. So for example, in the 90s in Europe, or especially in Germany where this truck is from, there was no requirement to have daylight running lights. So it means if you turn or you put the key in the ignition and you just turn the key a little bit without starting, your lights need to come on, right? That's every truck here in North America does that because it is required. So this truck is not doing that. You have to turn your lights extra on a light switch because there was no requirement in the 90s in Germany. So this is a thing we will change today. We will run some wires, you know, as soon as the key enters the ignition, then we will wire it so that the lights coming on. Okay, so maybe a little picture or movie to that or about that later. Then also requirements, general requirements. Basically all the lights need to work, like brake lights, turn lights, the light which when you put your reverse gear in, it has to come on, the white one in the back, low beam, high beam, and so on. The horn has to work, right? Not the signal horn, which is the air horn on the roof. This is basically a thing which needs to be removed, which we will anyway, and the signal lights as well, and they call it Blitzer in Europe. You know, these things, they need to be removed, but this is done later. This has nothing. We taped them now, and that's good and good for the inspection. Has no function, right? Also seat belts. So we need to have seat belts everywhere functioning. Here are the original seat belts, right? And I did install some, and we installed some air ride seats in Europe already, and they have also seat belts. So we are basically double good here. Okay, this need to be installed, and where you don't have seat belts, you may want to do something. And this is what I'm doing today in preparation. Like I said, I have here seats, you know, where the firefighters are sitting with their gas bottles or oxygen bottles in the back, and I will remove those seat pads, right? So then they don't count as seats and don't require any seat belts because there is none on that side. But we do have some for these ones, so I can leave them, right? There's one here, and then these one have those around the hip, you know, like. Yeah, these four seats, they have seat belts, so we're good on that. Yeah, so did I forget something? Basically, the windshield cannot have a crack in it, and the mirrors need to be all okay, which are, and so on. So yeah, pretty common sense things, right? So that's what we do, and then as next we will book an inspection appointment and go for the inspection. And hope we pass. And oh yeah, one more thing very important is basically the brake pads. The brake pads on the Mercedes, they can be checked without taking the wheel off, right? There is, as I have been told, there is a plug, a rubber plug, which you can pull out and watch in with a light, and then you see the thickness of the brake pad. Here's the rubber plug,
which you can pull out, see here, and then if you watch in there with a light, then you can see the thickness of the brake liner, and you know you have to replace it or not. This plug is go in. Oh, okay, this plug is available at the top and another one at the bottom, so you can see right there, you can see both liners,
right? So they need to be 50% of that thickness when they are new, right? So yeah, that's what we're doing today, and hope we get an inspection appointment next week.